love magnets. Greetings, love warriors. Greetings, love icons. Greetings to all my loved ones. I'm coming to you from my highest timeline. This is Pangea North Star. Y'all, tonight I almost didn't come on. I almost did not go live tonight. I sent out no notifications because I wasn't going to do it. No reminders because I was not going to do it. But I wanted to get on tonight and share some things. I realized that, for the same reasons that I almost didn't come on live, a lot of people are feeling the same way and experiencing the same things. So it's like, okay, I'm not going to leave folks feeling alone in what's going on and the ways in which you may be feeling different lately. Okay. We're going to talk about, why do I feel so different? Many of you are feeling so different lately. Okay. And I'm going to explain what I mean and what are some of the reasons that we're feeling so different lately and what you can do to get through this time. Now, before I get into that, I do want to introduce myself to those who don't know. And for those who come into the chat, please introduce yourself as you come to the room. Please say hello, give me a greeting. If you're watching this later, leave a comment, say hello, ask any questions that you may have, and I will get back to you. Now, my name is Pangea North Star. For those who don't know, I am a energy healer. I'm a Reiki healer. I am an attraction coach. I teach on matters surrounding attracting love energy. And we are talking about love energy of all kinds for the purposes of healing, for the purposes of abundance, forgiveness, self acceptance, all of these things that help us to heal and grow. Okay, so and here on Tuesday nights we go live every Tuesday night at 6:30 p.m. Central, and we are talking about how to attract love energy. So our intention tonight is also to talk about attracting love energy and keeping our vibrations high during this time when so many of us are feeling so different. Okay, and I mean that in a couple of ways. And you guys see me looking down because my baby Max is propped up in my lap, sleeping and snoring. If he starts snoring too loud, I'm gonna have to make him get down. But loving on my baby here. So you guys, so many of us are feeling low energy. Many people are finding themselves falling asleep really, really early. Like falling asleep at times that you didn't plan on falling asleep. Um, Feeling a need for an increased amount of sleep, if not sleeping at times that you normally just wouldn't be tired at all. Even if you go to bed at the normal time, then you're wanting to sleep even longer. Okay. Many of us are feeling ourselves just not having a lot of energy or a lot of interest in things that normally interest you. A lot of us are having strange or different physical ailments like headaches, strange body aches that are really unexplained. Okay. Also, I am hearing a lot of people, somebody say, yeah, I'm just over it. Exactly. So many people are also experiencing an increased feeling of separation, just feeling distant from other people, right? Feeling alone. And really questioning, why do I feel so alone right now? Why do I feel so disconnected from people? Why do I feel just very alienated, very isolated, and, feeling distant, but not necessarily wanting to be around people. Okay. And many of us, especially people who follow my channel, are people who are not super duper social anyway, who maybe love people but don't like people. You know what I'm saying? But just not a super duper social person anyway. And but still feeling this increased feeling of separation from people, and it can be confused with loneliness, right? But even though you're not really the type of person that normally gets lonely, you may be the type of person that really normally enjoys having a lot of alone time, but suddenly you feel a feeling that is similar to loneliness. It may not exactly be loneliness. It may be a feeling of just feeling alone, feeling lonesome, or feeling a longing for something that you just cannot quite recognize. It's like I'm longing for something, but I don't know that I've ever had an experience, that I've ever experienced the thing that I'm longing for. Okay. So, and right now, with the weather changing, it can be really easy to dismiss it. With the time changing, it can be easy to dismiss it. You can tell yourself, oh, I'm really having a hard time adjusting to the time change. I'm really having a hard time adjusting to the weather change. Or man, it seems like all the political stuff, going on, maybe that stressed me out. It can be easy to dismiss these changes in the energy in your body, okay? But I'm here to reassure you that what you're feeling is real. And it's not just the weather change, the time change, the political hoopla. I'm, for one, am very unplugged from all the politics and the news and all that stuff. And I still have felt it. Okay. I've really felt it in a big way. Okay. So, what is going on? Let's talk about it. What is really going on? You all, we are in a time where you may hear a lot of people in the spiritual communities saying, "Oh, we're getting DNA upgrades. We're getting all of these different things are happening. We're getting new gifts." And I want to say, yes, that is true. That is true. Okay, that is also very true. All right, and oh, that was another symptom that I forgot to mention. That another symptom you all may be experiencing for those who are able to recognize your spiritual gifts, you may be feeling that you're not connected to them right now. You may feel like your gifts are just like, lying dormant or latent right now. And I want to encourage you, if that's the case, that perhaps you're feeling disconnected from them because you haven't been using them, not wanting to be around people, not wanting to engage people, and not trying to use your gifts in new ways. If you've been feeling disconnected from your gifts, I want to encourage you to try to use your gifts in a new way. Okay. And when you try to use your gift in a new way, you're going to find that you have new gifts. Okay. Because we are getting upgrades. That's part of the reason that, we've been feeling so low energy and needing more rest, because when we get new gifts, our body needs time to regulate that energy. Okay. Our body needs time to catch up. Okay. So, new gifts, receiving new gifts includes receiving new energy, and it takes time for the physical to catch up with the spiritual. Okay, that is the case. Now, I also want you to try using your same gifts, just using them, and you will find that even if you're not using the same gift in a new way, that just reapproaching using your gifts, you're going to find that your gifts open up and unfold in a new way. And I just want you to trust that. Just go with that. Okay. You may be a person that does readings, a person that does Reiki, a person that interprets dreams, or you may just be a person that has the gift of making people laugh. Okay. You may have the gift of asking pertinent questions. Just reapproach using your gifts again, and you're going to find out that your gifts open up in a whole new way, in a way that is recognizably different. Okay. Greetings, Marilyn. So, greetings, Dabney. So, you guys, I just wanted to come on and acknowledge that. And I want to give everyone who is experiencing, tiredness, um, everyone who is giving who is experiencing, a feeling separate and feeling distant. Greetings, Devin. Thank you so much for the encouraging words. Greetings, greetings. Um, Everyone who has been experiencing maybe feeling loneliness, all of these symptoms, I want you to first thing I want you to do is give yourself grace. Okay? Give yourself grace. If you need more sleep, if you need more rest, give yourself more rest. Go with that. Don't push yourself too hard. Okay? If there's something that you can, some responsibility that you can alleviate yourself of, take a break. Take your break. If you can sleep in a little bit, sleep in a little bit, even if it's just an extra 20 minutes. Okay? If there's something that you can do to lean in to the rest, because this rest and this restoration is really for repair, right? Lean into that and allow yourself to have what you need. Okay? Don't catastrophize. Okay? What do I mean by don't catastrophize? Don't assume that this feeling that you're feeling in your body of feeling tired or feeling alone, don't tell yourself, oh, I must be getting depressed. Oh, I must be having some kind of breakdown. Oh, I must be getting sick. Don't do that. Okay? Don't do that. It's tempting, right? It's tempting to come up with some type of explanation, like a negative explanation, but don't do that. Don't catastrophize, okay? Just allow your body to do its thing, okay? Your gifts are being upgraded, okay? Um, Also, a thing I'm going to advise you all to do is to connect to nature. Okay? Anything you may be feeling an urge to do in your waking hours, such as going out and taking a walk, getting out in the sun. It may just be stepping out into your backyard or on your balcony or whatever your setup is to get some fresh air. Just let yourself sit out there and get some fresh air. If you feel like, I want to watch the sunset or I want to watch the sunrise, do those things. Whatever it is you feel, if you feel like you need to get to a beach, if there's something that you feel a need to do that is connecting with nature, I want you to do that. Okay? Now, it could be something as simple as talking to your houseplants. What? Yeah, talk to your house plants. Okay. For many of us, we used to see our grandmothers do this. Maybe a mom or your grandma would talk to the house plants. And when you see people that talk to their house plants are really growing beautifully, right? But I want you to do whatever. You're more than likely you're getting an urge to do something that is connecting to nature and maybe enjoying your pets more. Okay. I'm gonna encourage you to drink more herbal teas. Okay, drink more herbal tea. If you can, just order the herb in bulk yourself and prepare your own teas. That's even better because they spend less time in a warehouse. Okay, but utilize teas, okay? Because that way you are totally, ingesting the herbs. You're ingesting natural herbs. Get them organic if at all possible, okay? You also can utilize herbs on your altar if you have an ancestor altar or just an altar, to yourself, to your own energies. I'm going to encourage you to utilize them there. There are many different, you can create a smoke bowl, right? That's one way to utilize herbs. Um, Speak to the herbs, thank the herbs for whatever it is that they do for you. There are herbs that are calm you. There are herbs that increase your iron. There are herbs that increase your eyesight. There are herbs that increase your blood, that decrease your blood pressure or regulate your blood pressure. Whatever the herbs are doing for you, I encourage you to speak to them and thank them. Thank you for helping me rest. Chamomile, thank you for helping me rest. Lavender, thank you for helping me relax. Right? Why are we doing these things? Because the same spirit that is in us is the same spirit that is in the plants, that's in our pets, that's in the earth itself. right? All living things all share the same spirit. So we want to acknowledge that spirit, right? And when you acknowledge that spirit, it creates an opening in you and increases your ability to regenerate yourself. Okay? So these are some of the things that we can do to help ourselves to remain connected to nature. When you remain connected to nature, you remain connected to yourself and your sense of self, even when you're feeling, all of these, different, I want to say it can feel chaotic, like chaotic energies in the atmosphere. Okay. So, I think, is there anything else that I wanted to share? I'm not planning to stay on here long at all tonight. If you guys have questions, greetings, Blue Lotus, greetings. If you all have questions, now is the time for your question. But because I'm not going to stay on here long tonight. But if you have been feeling really tired, if you have been feeling disconnected from people, disconnected from yourself, disconnected from your gifts, this can easily be mistaken for, oh, I'm just, there's something physically wrong with me, or maybe I'm going into some deep depression or something of that nature. I don't want you to tell yourself negative things. I just want you to give yourself grace, connect to nature. Oh, and I also want you to ask questions. That was the third thing. I want you to ask questions. Okay? Ask your highest self what is happening. Ask your highest self what is happening with me. Why am I feeling this? Okay? Ask your highest self, what can I do? What do I need to do to sustain myself during this time? It's very important to ask yourself key questions. Okay? And your highest self is always, always with you. Okay? Your highest self has the answers to every test you have ever faced, every test you will ever face. And it's always right here nearby, just waiting to give you the answers. Okay? So you want to ask your highest self exactly what is going on? What can I do to care for myself right now? What can I do to upgrade my situation? What is it that I can view differently? What is it I can do to handle my situation differently? Right? What are there any things that I can do to get through these internal upgrades quicker? Right? These are the type of questions that you want to ask your highest self. And if you are one that is feeling this sense of longing right now, this sense of separateness from other people, feeling like a feeling that's like lonesomeness right now, speak to your highest self about this and ask questions. Okay? If you're wondering, like, why do I feel so different from everybody? Why do I feel like no one understands me? Right? Why do I feel like, you know, uh, I don't understand what my purpose is. I don't know why I'm here. Why did I choose to come here? If you're feeling like, hey, I do know why I'm here. I do know what my mission is, but I feel like it's not working right now. I feel like I'm failing at my mission right now. If you're feeling these type of things, speak to your highest self. Give me some hearts in the chat right now if you've been feeling any of these things, if this is resonating with you. Give me some hearts in the chat. I've been talking to so many people. So many people have been reaching out, contacting me, or people that just, already had appointments scheduled and come in and we begin to talk about this. And it's just like a wave, right? A wave in the atmosphere, a wave of this type of energy. So I really want everyone to be gracious, gracious with themselves right now. Okay. So absolutely. Thank you so much for the hearts in the chat. So, um, yes, thank you for letting me know this resonates. If y'all have questions, please ask questions right now. I can, tap into your energy and see exactly what's going on. If I'm giving any guidance for you. Um, But it's also a good time. I want to recommend some videos that I've already made. Okay, just to give time for anybody that wants to put together a question and put a question in the chat. While I'm waiting for that, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna recommend some videos that I've already made. Okay, I want you to go back and review Who is Your Highest Self. I want you to go back and review Detach, Nurture, and Observe the Self. This is a great time to review are you going in circles or growing in spirals? It's also a good time to review how to send anyone good energy. Okay. And with that visualization, I want you to put yourself in that visualization instead of putting another person in that visualization. Okay. Do how to send anyone good energy and make yourself the person that you're sending good energy. Okay, now it's a wonderful time to do that. Okay, well, you guys, I really want you to take time to acknowledge that these feelings are spiritual. These changes, the ebb and the flow, it is spiritual, it is energetic. Okay, don't it can be harmful to tell yourself that it is external causes because that feeds into the idea that your life is not your own. It feeds into the idea that your life is controlled externally, controlled by external forces, okay? Or that anyone other than you holds your existence, holds your fate, right? Holds your future or your purpose in their hands, okay? We don't want to feed into that, okay? Because that's a total falsehood. That is a total falsehood. And we cannot at this time afford to externalize the cause. Okay. So I want you to give yourself grace and acknowledge that these are energetic upgrades, these are energetic changes that are happening. And I want you to latch on to whatever feels good for you right now, whatever feels helpful for you right now, and ride that wave. Okay. So it may be going out and taking a walk. It may be that you want to tap back into something creative. There's somebody here that needs to tap back into something creative that you used to do, but you haven't done in a very long time. Maybe it's writing, maybe it's painting, maybe it's public speaking, maybe it's singing. Okay? I want you to tap back into maybe it's dancing. There's something that you used to do that is very creative. And because it does not create income, you stop doing that thing. Okay? Because your waking hours are being focused on what it takes to create income and to survive. You've gotten away from doing that thing, but I want you to acknowledge what your creativity does contribute to your survival. Your ability to keep doing what it takes for you to survive financially, your creative activities, the things that you do are creative. It helps to give you energy, to feed into your energy to even be able to do that thing you do to make money. So it's very important to utilize your spare time by tapping into your creativity. It's very much restorative, very much re-energizing. And Marilyn says, yep. And we talked about this recently because we did talk about this recently, right? The things that we do that are creative are super important. And we can no longer afford to rank, you know, to use, hey, here's what makes me money, and ranking the things that make us money and using that to rank the order of importance. Okay, we can't afford to do that anymore because that will drain you. All right, and you're going to find yourself feeling drained when the only things you deem to be important or the most important are the things that you do to make money. Okay, especially because we live in a world where so many people are doing something they really don't even care for that much or enjoy that much to make money. Or maybe they do something that they do enjoy, but they're having to do it in a setting and in a way and under a structure or a certain type of pressure that kind of sucks the joy out of it. Okay? So I want you to be intentional, very, very intentional about using your time to be creative. Okay? Utilizing your gifts in a way that is purely for your enjoyment, for discovery, for expression, okay, and for restoration. Blue Lotus says, there's so much I want to do. I don't know what to do first. I'll ask my higher self. That exactly. Ask your highest self. Okay, your highest self holds the answers and cannot wait to tell you. Okay, is so looking forward to telling you. Okay, Marilyn says same. Yes. Okay, and same for me as well. There's so many, a myriad of things I want to do. And I'm like, how am I going to get to all of these things? Okay, so that's a great question. Marilyn says my highest self has ADHD too. There's so many things, you know. Let me say something about that too, since you mentioned ADHD. And I'm a person that really is literally diagnosed with ADHD. And I realized something. I got a download about that. Having ADHD is really, I see it like if you think of an 8 lane highway and having all this information coming to you, right? All this information coming to you in these 8 lanes of information, right? A person who does not have ADHD may consciously experience maybe one or two streams of information coming at them constantly all day long, right? But for me or someone else who may actually have ADHD, you've got all these streams, like these streams of consciousness happening all at the same time, nearly all the time, almost always, you're having several conversations with yourself, okay? And it is all these lanes of information that create this busyness in your mind. But the blessing, Marilyn says, all the time. And it's so true. This is how I experience life, right? But you've got all this information coming at you all the time, all these streams of consciousness, and you're experiencing all these sides of yourself all at once, right? And you even find that you add or that you operate best when you have a few things to do at once, right? So imagine, here's the difference. Here, so many people in the chat are saying same. So here's the difference is that a person who does not experience or have ADHD may be able to, say you're going to clean your house. You may literally clean your house one room at a time. I'm going to start in the kitchen, start in the living room, then I'm going to go, to the bedrooms or whatever. That may be the plan, right? Then I'm going to do the laundry. No, a person who has ADHD is cleaning the whole house at the same time. And that is the way that we create a flow, right? And what I say about that is embrace it, right? Embrace it. Figure out how to make that thing work for you, okay? Figure out how to make it work for you, okay? What I do, if I know that I got some things I need to do, I got 3 things to do, and they're all, have to be done on my laptop, I may go ahead and I'm going to open 3 different screens, for each thing, and I'll work on all of them. I just allow myself to do that. It's okay because I know if I try to just sit down and write, I got to write this presentation, and then say, oh, I'm going to work on this till 3 o'clock. And then at 3 o'clock, I'm going to switch over to emails. That's not going to work. It's not going to work. If I set an unrealistic goal, then I end up feeling like I failed. Right? Don't try to force yourself to operate the way everyone else does. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Okay? So again, this is about accepting your upgrades. I want you to begin to view that as an upgrade. You know, don't force yourself to only think in one, two, or three lanes of information or activity. If you have the ability, you know that you have the ability to do eight things at one time, do the eight things at one time. That's your flow. Own it. Make it flow the way you need it to flow. It's the pace of your life. Okay. So embrace that and don't let yourself buy into the idea that, oh, there's something, there's something wrong with me. Okay. Find out how to make that thing work for you. All right. So I do not see questions coming in. I do not see questions coming in. So I'm going to end for tonight. You guys, like I said, I almost didn't come on tonight because I just woke up from a monster nap after I already slept later than I planned to this morning. So, yeah, I've also found myself needing so much rest. So I'm going to go back to resting. Okay. But you all lean into your herbs, lean into, eating well, eating well, eating well, eating well. Okay, I do want to say that. Let that be part of your leaning into nature. Okay, eating well. If you have the opportunity to do any type of herbal cleanse, do that. I just did that recently, and ooh, it was a doozy, but it was great. Thank you so much for all the love in the chat. I will rest well. Don't forget to go back and review those videos that I named if you are, finding yourself struggling, finding yourself catastrophizing. Yes, hydrate, get some water. Yes, yes, yes. All of those things. Nurture yourself. Above all, speak loving and wonderful things to yourself. Think wonderful, positive thoughts toward yourself always. Okay, this is part of making it through this time. Our gifts are being upgraded because we're going into a time where, we're going to have to save ourselves, you guys. Nobody's like on the way to rescue us. We got to be prepared to make decisions that will save ourselves. And those decisions will include the utilization of our gifts, which are being upgraded right now. Okay, so don't catastrophize. Yes, that's Max you hear in the background. You can hear him click clacking through the house. All right. I love you guys. I love you guys. Everybody have a wonderful night. Take care of yourself. Love yourself. If you have questions, reach out. I'm here. And I'll see you all next Tuesday. Peace.